Welcome, Guardians. We have another This Week at Bungie for March 17th, 2021. You get Max in the background right off the bat, right again. Let's hope he stops again this time. It's been a little bit of a butt lately, so we'll see what happens. But jumping right in, This Week at Bungie, there's quite a bit to do in Destiny 2. Hello, and welcome once again to our weekly installment of Bungie News. Going to be upfront with you. I've been spending quite a lot of time this week diving deeper and deeper into the Witch Queen and Season of the Arisen. Between the Vow of Disciple raid, PsyOps battlegrounds, weekly repeatable story missions, Throne World secrets, Master Vox Obscura, Wellspring, Iron Banner, Altars of Reflection, and our rituals, it's difficult to think of how to even kick this twab off. Let's stick to what rolled out on Tuesday at the weekly reset and go from there, shall we? Spoilers incoming, obviously, so careful. Leave now if you don't want any or haven't done it yet. So we have a cut scene image here between Saladman, and Keitel. So over the last few weeks, the Vanguard has entertained a shaky alliance with Keitel and the Cabal. A trusted scion has been exploring the minds of hive lieutenants in the tower, searching for clues on what the Lucent Brood are planning. The final PsyOps battleground has been revealed on the moon, and Saladin is calling for Guardians to stop whatever the Hive have started within the walls of the Scarlet Keep. If you haven't logged on this week, now's your time. Right off the bat, I'm going to say I'm going to be a little disappointed if this ends the seasonal story and we got 4 weeks of it compared to 8, which is a little whack. Iron Banner has also returned, bringing power-enabled 6v6 combat to the Crucible. As noted last week, there is some new loot to earn. This time around, there are even some new origin perks on each weapon, giving Guardians a brief moment of stealth during the hunt after defeating an enemy. I'm still hunting for my perfect hand cannon roll, but my compulsive reload or kill clip combo will do just fine, until I'm able to secure a rapid hit. Pro tip: Kill Clip bumps this hand cannon archetype up to a 3 tap, aka defeat Guardians in a 3 precision shot kill rather than 4. It can kick off some lovely streaks if you time things right and know when to push. For me, I don't like the gun. Never really was a fan of 180s though. While some Guardians are just hopping into the Witch Queen for the first time, the few of you are beginning to look at the next few weeks of the season with excitement. This week, we'll be looking through the calendar, and we have some more news from the team on crafting currencies, with some additional notes on feedback that they're monitoring. So, save the dates. We're just a few days away from our 1-month anniversary of the Witch Queen. Crazy to say, it's already been a month. Some of you have blasted your way through the Legendary campaign, while others are still dabbling in side quests and secrets throughout the Throne World Patrol area. We've got a few months of Season of the Arisen left, so there's no rush in completing content. Finish things at your own pace and enjoy the ride. If you're wondering what's coming over the next few weeks, we like to plan a few dates on your calendar for things to look forward to. We have some Iron Banner dates to share, raid challenges to complete, and Guardian games coming towards the end of the season. As a quick note, these dates are subject to change, while also planning a few Gambit Labs weeks to sprinkle in. But want to let the dust settle from balance changes introduced at launch and a few tuning bugs, fixes that are coming online. Love to hope and pray that the Guardian games are going to be different this year. But moving on, here are all the dates. So, March 15th, which is obviously this week, Iron Banner and a new PsyOps Battlegrounds location. March 22nd, we have Legend PsyOps Battlegrounds, and Vow the Disciple gets challenges. April 1st is Trials Labs Zone Capture. April 5th, Grandmaster Nightfalls. April 8th, Trials Labs Freelance. April 12th, Iron Banner. April 19th, Vow the Disciple Master difficulty. April 22nd, Trials Labs Zone Capture again. May 3rd through May 24th is Guardian Games. May 6th, Trials Labs Freelance, which is the community voted map that week. May 10th is Iron Banner, and May 20th is Trials Labs Freelance and Zone Capture. Stay tuned to our next week in Destiny Within the Game. Keep an eye on @Destiny the Game for future announcements. Who knows? Maybe we'll have a few Bungie bounties and community playdates to look forward to in April and May. See you soon. Definitely read this. Next week in Destiny is, oh my god, they're going to put this in the game instead of online. No, I'm just dumb. But moving into crafting, let's talk about trait element caps. So, over the last few weeks, Guardians have been crafting some spicy weapon rolls at the Enclave on Mars. Patterns have been discovered, traits have been enhanced, and exotic glaives had been shaped. As with all things Destiny, the team has been keeping an eye on player conversation around crafting, planning next steps, and looking forward towards the future. We've got a hotfix coming next Tuesday with a few minor changes and some commentary on feedback. But items that the team should be looking to address in the future, patches and tuning passes. Sorry, my monitor just went wonky on me. So from the development team, since the launch of the Witch Queen, we've been watching some feedback on crafting currencies required for specific traits. One piece of feedback in particular deals with crafting element caps, as some players have been maxing out their elements frequently. Starting next Tuesday with hotfix 4.0.0.4, we'll be increasing element caps from 250 to 1,000, still seems a little low. And for neutral element, the cap will move from 8,500 to 10,000. Still seems a little low. Next season, we are removing the ruinous, adroit, mutatable, drowned, and energetic elements. Only neutral elements will remain. Our initial goal for these currencies was to sustain the interest in non-crafted weapon rolls, and to retain the chase of weapons with well-rolled perks in post-crafting D2. The desire was that the players would continually chase for a combination such as Subsistence plus Rampage to fuel their crafting progression through deep sight weapon completion. While not the only reasons we're removing these specific currencies, there are two design changes pre-launch which made elements ineffectual. We initially had a currency per trait perk, e.g. to craft with Rampage you needed a weapon with Rampage. However, due to technical and usability issues, too many currencies to track for example, we opted to heavily simplify the element currencies to the handful we shipped at launch. This unfortunately resulted in an increased interest in chasing a specific trait perk element. Ascendant alloys and exotic quality crafting material that can be found through high-end content or purchased from our Hurl for a high price made the remaining condensed elements obsolete. The Ascendant alloy currency was added after we had already considered the condensed the elements and were unable to resolve the experiential issues between these two currencies prior to launch. Specific elements such as Ruinous and Adroit became redundant and in some cases in conflict with Ascendant alloys and neutral elements, so we're removing them altogether. Since launch, we've also been watching the player conversation and keeping tabs on backend data. While we don't have specifics to share on future changes, we did want to note a few areas that we're looking at. Looking to add more player control over deep sight weapon unlocking of weapon patterns, continuing to monitor deep sight weapon stockpiling, acquisition rates and progression, as well as Ascendant alloy acquisition rates and behavior. We're also discussing feedback around reshaping costs for those who wish to experiment more frequently with their trait selections. Many thanks to those who have been sounding off with the feedback. Even after all these changes go live, we'll continue to monitor the conversation. Pairing feedback with data will help inform our next shapes as we continue to iterate on crafting. I think the current crafting could 100% take off with all these different elements if it was done right, and I hope they kind of reactivate a little bit more and possibly bring it back in the future. I would love to see that. So here are some things. Obviously, we are going to have the hotfix 4.0.0.4 patch going live on Tuesday, March 22nd. I will have a video up for that discussing that. Bungie rewards. The Bungie rewards Vow of the Disciple Raid Jacket offer period is ending soon. Players who completed the Vow of Disciple Raid by the March 15th, 10 a.m. Pacific will have until March 31st at 11:59 p.m. Pacific to order the jacket through the Bungie store. Now, here are some known issues. The Fanatic, how'd you do that as a name? The Synaptic Fanatic Triumph may not unlock for some characters after unlocking 25 artifact mods. Players can log into alternative characters to complete this triumph if the characters haven't unlocked all the mods yet. We're investigating a fix if all characters have unlocked the mods and haven't received the triumph yet. Finally, they acknowledge this. Armor offered by vendors has low stat rolls. This includes tower vendors as well as Xur. It took them almost a month since Witch Queen launched to actually mention it. Why do they take so long to tell us these things when we've known they're there? Why can't you just go, oh yeah, it's an issue, we're looking into it? Very annoying. We're continuing to investigate an increase in Marmot errors. The Season 15 Pathfinder and Season 14 Lightkin armor sets are no longer available to equip as ornaments if previously unlocked via armor synthesis. The yellow color for subtitles on the PS5 platform either isn't noticeable or doesn't appear anymore. It only appears white text. That sucks. Players who go flawless in trials aren't receiving post-win weapons or post-win weapons or rewards. Mementos aren't dropping for players in Trials of Osiris. Players aren't receiving credit for Vow the Disciple raid carries. Some players cannot change their Bungie name. And the One of Us emblem doesn't appear in collections. Moving into Movie of the Week, you've got some stuff, some more stuff. Artist of the Week, got some more stuff, and more stuff. Okay, this is great. If that can just be the next like stomp that we get instead of a kick, just straight up and down from like the Witness or somebody, I would take that. Enjoy a bit of air. Many of us have been huddled inside watching the launch of the Witch Queen and Season of the Risen. We've almost missed the changing of seasons out there in the real world. We've just had to change our clocks here in States, which still doesn't make sense to me and likely never will. We have been enjoying some spring weather between a few cold fronts and rain showers, and snow for some of us. While there's a strong desire to stay inside and level up my Forensic Nightmare SMG, it's also been nice to step outside for fresh air. Maintaining that balance is key to success, you know. Sometimes Cosmo tells me to go out and admire the feel and textures of a nearby park. Game hard, but take care of yourself. Sometimes a quick break is the thing you needed all along after being stuck on a difficult boss and higher level content. Good luck to all of those who are still taking on legendary difficulty in the Witch Queen's campaign, and cheers to those who are hopping into their first ever Destiny raids. Hope you're having a good time. And a quick note before we go. The team is finalizing the list of players who qualified for the Vow of the Disciple contest mode emblem, likely to be distributed within the next few weeks. Expect more news from the @Bungie help in the coming days. Much love. See you next time. DMG. So that's all for the TWAB. I'd say, honestly, the most surprising thing is right there. We have the weapon crafting caps changes. I'm kind of at a loss for words with some of the stuff. I feel like they're kind of taking the easy way out with it in terms of, hey, let's just remove these elements instead of taking the time to build something even better. Like, I would have loved what they initially planned was like, hey, you want Rampage? You need Rampage. I feel like the grind would have been a little bit better for it. People would be into it a little bit more, be like, oh, I gotta get this. Gotta get it. But we'll see how it goes without needing any of these specific elements in the future into Season 17. For me personally, I haven't really done much in terms of crafting. But we'll see what happens. But until next time, Guardians, stay safe.